And boom, boom. Go back here. Out. Here. Here. Stop you here. Boom. 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 Okay. Right now I'm just gonna start blocking out the basic shapes. Admittedly, it's probably gonna look a bit different than the little sketch I have right here, but we just maybe, yeah. Maybe you back here. Okay, I'm back here now. If I take your turn, I'm just gonna move you right here. Let me just boom, boom. Okay, yeah, the thing that like covers up less important things. Like, it doesn't cover up the chat, but it also doesn't cover up here. Can I make that look bigger? By about here. Here. Yeah. So, I've had some. Admittedly, this is me loading an older save. Which one are you? Who's who? Okay, you are. Side. Let's go card to profile, and then side is the suffix. I think so. Yeah, because prefix is like before, then the suffix would be after. Profile. Hunt. It's not going to be a word that I'm going to be using in any of the other meshes. So basic, quick idea. Just spitballing. Obviously, most of this stuff is kind of what I want at the moment, but essentially, must just like point out what's what. Most of this is just the undersuit that I'm want to get modeled first before I start putting like a little armored chitinous bits on it, with the exception of the chest and then the parts of the head. First off, the chest, a little gem here, which I'm not sure if I can see. I'm not sure. I don't think this model I'm currently using has it, but if I just okay, I got it. Yeah, this one doesn't have the gem. Actually, I wonder what is the Here, one second. Let me just bam. You? How about you? You? You don't have it either. How about you? No, I haven't actually gotten an official or not finished design that has the little gem. But let me just save this real quick. If I go file, open, boom, open up, smokestack. Oh yeah, right, it's fucking pink. If I just go to Yelp, just gonna shift normalize. Q is how just Q reset. There, so it's easier to see. But the idea, I got like a little, probably gonna not have the gem down here, but right about here is where the little gem right here, kind of like Cell or Frieza, but then like this other idea like that I'm gonna be bringing over, like these little bits of flame. Essentially, they're gonna have like the little wiggle bones and then make them. Oh, so let me try to. Yeah, screw it. Yeah, I'm just gonna be right here so I can actually see what I'm modeling. Yeah, I think that's a little bit better. But okay, so here the gem here, little smokestacks here. Then if we go back to open recent, open up Ironhide, don't save. Don't really have to. Right here's the gem. Right here's the little chest plate. And then these little organic bits. I didn't end up making the rest of the body because so I couldn't figure I'm gonna figure out like the side profile manually. Just like the main thing is rough leg anatomy. So essentially, it's the same. Why is it 3 finger? They should. Okay, so essentially it's kind of like similar to just average human hand. It's got like the. I guess if we're going off of plan wise. Okay, good. That's looping, but we got like the middle pointer fingers. They'll be roughly like the bit same size. Like no middle and ring. Then the pointer and the pinky will be on this side, and over here is essentially the thumb. They'll just imagine these are this. Imagine these are 3 fingered, but then like here up here is finger. This would be like the foot. Then here's roughly where the heel is. Then go up here. There's the knee. Then up here is where it would connect around the hips. And the reason why I haven't really made the rest of the profiles because it doesn't really line up that well. Which you also got to see another thing because these bits are armor plating and such. Planning to have a big old toothy maw. A maw or like either like a little dunkly osseous beak. Or something like that. Not like a beak, but like a single little shear. Essentially. But yeah. Might mess around with the exact proportions. Not entirely certain. It's more just spitballing than anything else. I'm just gonna. Another idea I had, which isn't like fully fleshed out here, is I think I want my. Okay, so facing this way. This is the right. No, this is left. That is right. So like this would be on my right hand, but the left hand I want it to have slightly different. I just go right here real quick. Let me look into what do I have? Oh, no, not Google. Not Google. I'm gonna open up files. If I go to gallery. And then I pull up you got Anomalocaris. Which is partially what, like, kind of inspired the general design of having the little dude. But if I, underside. I go right here. Okay, I'm just gonna grab you. Save image as. We'll put in the gallery. Reopen File Explorer. I grab you and I drag you in as well. Or not as well, but like in addition to that. Essentially, what Anomalocaris had, they had this little radial little mouth part, not jaws, because like because it's an invertebrate. Radiodonts, they don't have spines or jaws or anything, so they don't even really have mandibles. It's kind of more like just like a little toothy, but kind of like almost like a lamprey in a way. But part of the thing that I wanted to do at some point is if I just go into my files, so desktop, hide assets, and then if I just bring in the OBJ of this, right here is what the mouth part of this little whatchamacallit, the little mandibles. I'm pretty sure that has like a specific name, but the idea I had originally, my buddy sounded a little bit sad for a second. Yeah, it might have just been me for some reason. But if essentially what this is, it's like the little Anomalicar's mouth parts, and this is essentially got a couple seconds. It's got like, if I just go into object edit mode, it's got one. It's got the main part, which is like, you know, where it attaches to like the base of the head, and then goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like progressively smaller parts, like then 8, 9, then 10. That's where it starts to curve off a bit. Then it ends on like this little doodad. And yes, I didn't consult like a diagram of biology for this. And the idea I had is this plus the idea. If I grab a U back and bring it back into here. I just go here. I'm putting you right here. You can see these are like the little mandible parts. What I had an idea is because, like, you know, one of the things, like, you know, obviously got like the hand like movement tracking that I have on the other model, or at least in the other software. What I thought would be cool is if my model had, you know, a bit asymmetrical, like with like one hand having almost like I guess it would probably be my left hand, so it would be this arm would have essentially, like in the palm of that hand would be this little radial mouth part, like a little, almost like a little lamprey, little leech, right? Because like, I mean, obviously like your radiodonts didn't have jaws. I mean Cambrian, nothing in the Cambrian had jaws. Everything was jawless back then. So in the palm of my left hand would be that, and then each of the fingers of the left hand would be made up of these little dudes. That, or they'd just be fingers, and then like just like think like let me just go here. We just go cube. Just put cube down here. I go to make a scale Z. Not permanent. Let's just say like this is roughly where the finger starts at, and like just above, like where roughly at the same area where the finger starts, there'd be these little jiggle bones, kind of like similar to how I have on my little hair, little antenna, little doodads. The antennae, hoge, and these would essentially have jiggle bones. They would be obviously like, I'm thinking they would probably be paired with each of their own bones, but then they would essentially be parented to. So this part, the bone would start. His skeleton would like start right about here, and would go down to like the little tip, and this would be like the finger would. So if I just go, just join you just temporarily, I can just undo it later. But like, essentially, if like the base of they would essentially move with the finger, and then like it would probably be somewhere right around here. I would have a little bit of like a little. I remember right here, because I can make like the little collider objects to make sure it doesn't like clip with the rest of the fingers and such. Essentially, it would be a giant, not giant, really, because it would just be like the size of a hand, but the idea would be to have, I just go RZ90, and then just scale it down right here. I just got like a little, obviously the thumb would have to have like a slightly modified version of it, but Essentially, it would be like a little Freddy Krueger hand that had like a little mouth in the middle of like the palm. Is what I'm thinking. First, I'm gonna be just gonna work on just getting. I'm just gonna quickly just block out like a basic shape. So let me just go to 1, 1, and then 1. Just reset you and put you back. We can use you later. I got the little asset like in the little folder, so I'm just gonna delete you. Going to block out. I'm just gonna make the basic cube. Just the general. Actually, first things first. Actually, I might try and first off, let's get the leggies, like the legs. So we don't scale it in object mode. We're gonna edit. So under Baosu, we're just gonna go like here's roughly where the hip is. And here, we take this. Here, we probably rotate it right here. Here would be the knee. This would be the heel right here. Biologically speaking, because like this, like with birds and such, they have like little or theropods or dinosaurs really. I mean, all birds are theropods technically, but semantics. But essentially, rather than like have these birds technically don't have backwards facing legs, they just have extended heels. So this would essentially be part of the foot. And these essentially would be like human hand-styled fingers. Essentially the idea is like I kind of want to have like the feet be able to grab stuff, like not like literally as in the model can do it, but I feel like that would be just, I don't know, that's just a cool thing. They just like little freaking nature. Might as well just make a little freaky looking. Go big or go home. But essentially, like, got the middle and ring fingers. Like, that would be roughly where they stand. Like, so they got, like, that little... It's like little nails, got little claws. But they're a little bit... Like, and this would be back here, would be, like, the thumb. Honestly, I might I'd probably make it a little bit more bulky. But... Honestly, I also could just, like, go, like, just flat, like, hand. As in, like, the hand is just, like... flat, but I don't know. You just felt right. And then I grab you. Like here's that would connect the body roughly here-ish. If I grab you, put you right here, and go control. Alright, just gotta rotate you like so. Boom, boom. Scale, access. Boom, boom. It's more just blocking out the general shape. Like, I'm not too worried about having the topology look overly fantastical, but would it be like? So I feel like it would be just better to just do this, connect like that, and then that might just go. Second, we go here, boom, generate mirror. But essentially, clipping, boom, 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 boom. Then go EX, and that would be the pelvis roughly. That's nice art, cool. Like the fun part I'm actually having is okay, if I just go, because obviously I was just showing off this real quick. Okay, let me parts of this. Okay, so that's like probably where the pelvis would be. So probably be even more in. And that would be the hindquarters. Then up here, the other diagram, we got like the little obviously you got the little like the jaw, essentially like there, because they obviously, if you look it over here, jaw unhinges. You got eyes roll back. Another idea I had was ignore the essentially like one of the things like the model is specifically how the eyes are, what's the word? Like the contrast between the whites of my eyes and like of the model, and then like the skin is like it's very similar light shade. So I mean obviously if I go to here and just like get real close, like you can see like the little mini like the separation between my eye and the skin, but like from like average, like just like roughly right here, it's pretty hard to make out. So one of the things I thought of is like sort of how like great whites have like they don't give it any teeth. I actually have like actually, where's the pretty sure I actually have it like in like the media thing, like in like my like the whatever producer thing on. Go down, 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 down. I am certain I posted it, or did I just forget to do that? Either or, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised at either of them. Man. This is when I started posting memes. Okay, that's what I think. 1 second, let me just actually, no, I probably have it on 1 second, actually. Let me just go to TRI. Go to here. Hide. If I go, okay, download you. That shouldn't take too long. Okay, very good. And then I just go to downloads. And if I'm just going to drag and drop this here. Oh yeah, image objects. I added an object mode last second. We just boom, boom, and then drag this here. This is the if you go like here, obviously here's like the arm diagram and like the other head diagrams that I used for like the other ones. Like this is the obviously those like the side profile for the legs, and then like for the rest of the body was roughly mapped out-ish. But essentially, the reason I kind of left no teeth is like essentially like I was kind of like trying to figure out like what I wanted it to do. That's because honestly, like the little they got the I didn't draw this in because I forgot to, because like but like right here like the little streaks right there, they go split because reasons, as you can see, like eyes rolls back like a shark, which was actually one of the other things like I wanted to like. Because I got started talking about this because of the contrast between like the whites of my eyes and the whites of like the lighter color of my skin, but like, essentially, a really good idea of like how sharks have purely black. I kind of wish I had your skills. Honestly, I'm kind of like, if there's one thing that like it was probably the most difficult. I'd probably say it would be like drawing hands is probably the hardest part. Like there's also like a lot of like online resources and such. You're not gonna like be good in the first try you're making art for art. Really, it's just a trial and error. It's like the more you fail, the more that you improve. Essentially, okay, I'm on the back. Just go back to them. Okay, so obviously over here, like the reflective pupils. So kind of like when there's like little animals like in like the dark, if you flash a light at them, like the little eyes go the little pupils go white, or like because they're reflecting all of the light, because that's how how seeing works. And animals with better light vision have like the little reflective pupils. How is it corny? I think it might be just semantics, but one thing I kind of like thought about is having the entire eye just be one big pupil, essentially making essentially just like a little giant black eyes, but they're not actually black. It's just a really big pupil. So if I were to go if I just let me just go a little bit closer. So you can see like how I can it tracks like which direction I'm looking. Like obviously including like the little red eyeball things. That's I'm kind of like normalize. I'm either cut between making them like a almost like little cybernetic like drop. It's like the idea of having like little cords like socketed into the sides of the head, roughly where the ears would be, and then having them like dangle and droop up to like these little robot drones containing the eye spheres, or they're like a manifestation, like some sort of psionic sort of thing. Make the eyes toggle. Yeah, this is one of the things because technically like most all of the stuff like this. Technically what a toggle is like obviously got like got the ball toggle obviously naturally, but like then there's like I got like Angie. You got the anger. Technically, every single is actually technically a toggle. Well, not toggle per se, but it's more like blend shapes, which essentially if I go, let's say, for let's just say if I go to here, vertex group, let's go shape key basis. That's the basis is essentially the natural state of the model. And if I go to key 1, let's just call this, I don't know, let's just call this big leg. I'm just gonna go yeet. Then if I toggle this, that changes like the position of things, and that's basically just how. That's essentially what all the toggles are. They're essentially just like a bunch of shape keys that toggle, go from like a factor of 0.1 to 0. From 0 point, from 0 to 1.0, which is essentially, I think you can think of it as like 0% to 100%. But like that, you can do like mix like the different shape keys. So if I have, again, let's go have shape key go up, and goes up. This one goes to the sides. This one goes to the sides. This one goes up, but then I can also do this, and it mixes the result of like the location, so it goes up and to the side. And to be perfectly honest, like almost all of them are. It's kind of like literally how like that's how like got like the eyes. That's how I got the eyes blinking. Like I got. Yeah, for some reason like VC Face has like trouble registering like this eye, having this eye open, all the other ones closed. But essentially, how I made the blinking was I just made a wink one, and then I essentially mirrored it, which essentially copies the information of a shape key. So if I moved my left eye, then I mirrored it to the right side, since it was since the topology were symmetrical. Essentially, just transfers all of that information to its like to the other side, which is how I used the. And then after making those two, I did both the left and then the right eye, closing it, and that makes the blinking shape key. And then like the A, and the mouth ones are kind of like just a mix of like different like sounds, like vocal sounds, like A, E, I, O, U. Those are the main ones. I also know that there's like ch, and like you can get pretty in depth with it, but never really never really felt like doing that. Yeah, let's okay, so boom boom, delete only face. Just put you boom boom boom, yeah, face here, and then we'll go 1, 2, and then we'll you're just gonna go here, subdivide you in the middle, put you up. There we go. Boom boom boom. Big brain step, but yeah, I'm honestly like I don't know how smart I am, honestly. Not really keep track of it. It's just kind of like basic information. Not basic, but like for like the field. Maybe and they got like a different like little bits. Let me just reset. Just reset. I think there we go. Let's just go here. That's good for now. And then what else I think? Oh, okay, yeah. Oh yeah, like the different like little jaw bits. A couple like honestly, I could probably explain like a lot of this better. Like and here's like a little. I was thinking like for like the feet. Actually, no. Oh, I remember. Actually, no. The reason I had like the three toes is because like essentially the thumb and the pinky are both. The pinky essentially is a second thumb in the case because it's got like the 2 in the back, 3 in the front, roughly. So fingers and thumb and pinky, and then like the little essentially these little exhaust parts that are kind of like xenomorph-esque, like the way the little pipes, and like they would have like the exhaust right here. Reinforced spine, I think because like probably gonna make it some sort of like cyber bio android sort of thing. But then like here's a couple of the mouths I thought of, like the oral cone of like the Onomakaris back there. They got the little then up here would be like the little potamere. That's what they were. The potamere, the little grabby bits. What would it look like if those hands closed? It would probably look like not too dissimilar to an eagle in a way, because like you know how birds they got like almost like talons. That's kind of the idea I was going for, but to have them like look like they were based in humanity, if that makes any sense. Then the idea behind like these, because obviously it's empty. The other one over here is like empty, and the reason for that was I couldn't really entirely decide what I wanted it. It's like you know the Namakaris mouth bits. And the other one is like the Dunkleosteus teeth, which is essentially it's Dunkleosteus back in the Devonian. It had its essentially, you know, the first jawed fish kind of evolved around that time. I think it was like actually the Silurian. Was the Silurian or maybe late Ordovician? No, I think it was probably Silurian. Essentially, what Dunkleosteus was is like the reason I have it's got like teeth in parentheses is because Dunkleosteus's teeth weren't actually teeth. They were essentially like so. Basically, it was maybe just okay, hello, my friend Google. Yeah, Dunkleosteus. Okay, sure. Actually, that fossil actually makes a good example of what I'm trying to explain. You here, open your location. I'm just gonna drop you in here. Actually, no. Actually, I can just bring it back to this in a second. But Dunkleosteus, essentially, it was a giant armored fish. Its talons, especially close to talons, let me close it down like Falcon Talon. Essentially, it's like a fist. Honestly, that's kind of like a funny image, so I'm just going to use that as an example. But if I just go here, just put you back. You see how we got a Peregrine Falcon here. Fish. Oh yeah, that was the armored fish. But essentially, this isn't like an eagle or anything like that. But this is like a falcon. So it's a bird of prey, similar idea. Essentially, God's falcon. The funny thing is, like, you know, peregrines like actually punch like their guys like midair, and they just kind of like fly by, just like sock them in the mouth. They just go, just like punch them really hard. Mental these dudes. funny little dudes. You got a little balled up fist. Because you go with, like, 120 miles per hour, and then they just, like, drive by a pigeon by punching it in the throat. It's actually, that's because, like, that's how, like, they do it, because they go get to high speeds and then they punch a pigeon. And that's why they're so fast, so that they can go that speed. Okay, and then obviously back to, like, the Dunkleosteus, 1 second. Essentially, this right here, this isn't actually, I mean, it is, like, bone, but, like, this isn't, like, its skeleton. That would be, like, its keratin, or, like, or put it in another way, this would be, like, the Dunkleosteus, this would be essentially body armor, akin to how, like, how, like, we know that, like, Ankylosaurus, like, the little bumpy little spikes and, like, scaled armor is, like, actually armor and would have, like, seen it under the skin. Essentially, the armor right here would have been essentially on top of it. And these right here, the little teeth, these aren't actually teeth. These are actually extensions of said armor. And they essentially use that as its teeth. And they're, like, little really sharp, little, almost like guillotines. Like, they would essentially go, they could, like, they're pretty darn sharp, like, really high bite force. And because, it's, like, at the top of the food chain. Of course, this isn't the only, like, placoderm, I think is the term. It's, like, essentially armored fish. Because, like, it's other armored fish, in order to chomp through their armor. Yeah, essentially two little giant guillotines on its face is essentially what that is. And that is, like, okay, go back here, drag you over, downloads, and then put you in over here. We go Shift A, add extras. Add a bunch of measurements. You can go here. Oh yeah, it's because I'm in edit mode. Okay, I see. And go, what's like an image. Go reference, and then down there's firm. Then I put just you right here. It's gonna essentially that little guillotine, those little giant shears. Yeah, that's probably essentially the other fish, like armored fish. And then the Dunkleosteus is whatchamacallit. Second, I'm just gonna do a little bit of. I'm just gonna block this out a little bit more. Here, or here. Control R again. Let's go. SX axis here. SX. And you here. And then you here, then SY, boom, boom, from, SZ0, I'm going to go here, and then USY, rough, you here, and then you here, and you here, SZ0, so it's scaled, right? Or symmetrical. Then SX, go here, scale, boom, 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 SX, just put you here, Boom, boom, boom. Happy with that. You hear? It's the roof. Boom. Exact specifics again. It's a bit later, but yeah. Hey, let's go ahead and just subdivide, just so I can have some more bits and gibbons to work with. The scale on the y-axis, drag you forward. And then you here, you here. Go here, here, here. Enter. K, shift. And then one, two. Boom. Let's go ahead and subdivide that. On my faces. Go here. One, two, three, four. My face. Boom, boom. Boom. And boom, boom. Face. Then over here, I'll make another face. One, two, five. 1, 2, 3. Face. Okay, shift. Normalize. Reset vectors. There we go. Boom. And make another face. Boom. One, two, three, four, five, 6. Then go here. Just gonna drag you down. You about here right now, and then these still will be equally as long, so take you press X and go here. S. Let's go. Let's rotate you like so. Scale you down. You do. Rotate you like so. Scale you like that. And then you or you, and then E, and up rotate right here. Boom. 2, 3, and then hit 0. Global, let's make it 0 total. Alright. Now that I'm more or less flat against the ground. Oh. Let's just delete this face. Delete this face, and then I can just go, okay, just go here, 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 shift, boom, 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 boom. Yeah, what did I miss? Not much. I just like started working on little, just doing some modeling, and consulting the diagram and stuff. Here. So if I take 1 second, just gonna do like this, F, that, then that, and that, F. Then what I'm gonna do, put U, SX, then right here, make the global at all 0, SZ 0, 0. Alright. Just got the block outline of the feet and the legs. But essentially, okay, what I was gonna say earlier is that little teeth shearing things. Essentially, what this one diagram is based off of, like the Syncytios teeth. Then back here there's like there's a moray eel double jaws, which I might just add. Honestly, I might add it with one of the other ones. Essentially, the pharyngeal jaws. Essentially, it's a second pair of jaws that are essentially in the back, placed in the back of the moray eel's throat. Essentially, what it does is that well, initially, because it drags its it uses teeth, it grabs its prey, and then the pharyngeal jaws, what they're meant to do is to essentially help grab whatever they're eating and just help it get it down its throat. I might just have like something along having a second set of jaws. I was gonna say like it's like a xenomorph, but like the xenomorph's second jaws are based off of the moray eel, so it's kind of like either or in that situation. Then over here is the goblin shark. They have extendable jaws because if I just go ahead, I think I had a good thing I consulted. What was it? What was it? Shark jaws. If I go here. Oh yeah. I think I remember this diagram. I think I was using this diagram. I remember it. Save image as. Boom. And then if I just go over here. Then go shift add image reference. Go to pictures. Figure thing. But essentially, I gotta fuse them, or are you gonna like pick one of them? I might fuse a lot of them. It's honestly, I feel like having like the extendable jaws alongside like maybe like a second set of jaws. I'm probably not gonna be using like the Potamimir one because I'm making like a little Freddy Krueger-esque, almost like knife glove, except it's a bunch of like serrated tentacles. I guess would be like the way to describe it. And also, yes, I'm gonna have like the mouth little oil cone right there. But essentially, what the goblin shark's got is, if you look at the diagram, the jaws are very loosely like connected to the rest of the body, and they're able to be extended in front of it, so it goes so I can, like, it makes it easier for it to bite down on stuff. Because as you can see, the milliseconds, because like this is like how long it, because like, obviously it starts out like this, goes out to bite the thing, it extends, opens wide, and then is slowly propelled forward. Then it's literally going to be a devious human-shaped creature, but probably funny. And honestly, it's kind of like a mix of both. Because I guess you can see like from here, because it opens the jaws wide, and then it sends them forth. And it kind of extends roughly right here. And then they close. Then they retract, and then the jaws just open back up once they get back into the mouth. Because you see like they're how like they're, because honestly sharks don't have, most of their skeleton is that of cartilage, with like their teeth being the main bones. So they have a higher amount of flexibility in their structure, which allows them to like, because obviously it's like in the ocean, it's in the deep ocean. Like, how when you like have you ever been in a pool, or like maybe like you're in the bath and you go like underwater, you reach to grab something, but then like the force of you moving the water towards it ends up pushing it away. That's essentially what the extendable jaws are meant to do. So then they're meant to like snag stuff without it accidentally being like, pushed away through water being pushed in a general direction. So they can just go ahead, essentially just like, instead of like bring the fish to its jaws, it's going to get the jaws to the fish. Oh, something that wasn't meant to be seen. Oh yeah, no, well yeah, that's kind of like, these guys are like the deep sea sharks. These are the deep sea sharks. These are the big ones. And these are some freaking old sharks. Yeah, they're essentially like spring-loaded jaw. Because like obviously, if you see like the milliseconds, it takes like, actually, how many milliseconds? So how many? Second. The diagram. Okay, so the common shark, actually, okay, looking at the milliseconds, there are roughly 10,000 milliseconds in a second, meaning this the jaws both opened wide, sprung forth, sprung forth in about 300 milliseconds, which is about roughly 3% of a second. And then like roughly 13% of a second, 13 to 14% of a second is how long it took for it to go back to inside of its mouth. I didn't actually clock that. Like that's quite, that like little thing isn't wrong. That yeah, they do just have spring-loaded jaws. That's actually really freaking cool. I like that. Okay, I'm kind of selling myself on this. Yeah, I'm absolutely using one of you. This is definitely one of those. Basically, GG's if you I was put in a hypothetical one. It's GG's, yeah. Like, also the fact that you'd be like, what, they live in, where do they live? Like, okay, like, job in shark, how deep? Roughly 200 meters to 1,200 meters, or 650 to 4,000 feet, have been found as deep as 1,300 or 4,300 feet. More. And like, okay, then that a human can dive unharmed. The maximum a human can dive. Okay, yeah, absolutely, yeah. The max humans can go is with training is about 1,000 feet safely, which is like a quarter of their usual of where they're usually found. So yeah, you're not like if you were to put in a hypothetical situation, I meant yeah. Either way, obviously that all of that, but they're huge. I would never go down. I wouldn't. I can't say I would either. I definitely like to just like look at. I definitely wouldn't mind like learning about it, but I wouldn't go down there. I can't say I would. No, absolutely not. That sounds like a terrible idea. You're just tempting fate with that one. Yeah. So, you, yeah. On that note, I probably should. On that note, I probably I am probably gonna end this stream around here. Okay, let me just go to. Then later tonight, I will be playing. What am I playing? I'm gonna just check my schedule. Oh, No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky is fun. No Man's Sky is a real good game. I'll be playing that and that tonight, and then tomorrow I'm also gonna be playing No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky is a cool game. It's a game, real fun game. Let's take a quick nap. Not really, but I'm probably maybe I don't know. I don't know. I might check up on the 3D onto my 3D printer and such. I got a couple dudes. I might post some of my dudes when I'm done painting them because I got a lot of. I like No Man's Sky. Yeah, me too. Like I feel like I've played like a little bit like on like the PS4 I had downstairs. It's been a hot minute, but like this will be my first time playing it in probably a couple years, and I imagine it's probably going good. Yeah, I'll hydrate check. Let's just check. Go. Yep. Cheers. I'm just gonna, obviously it's gonna cover my face for a second, so the tracking is gonna just go, if I go like. Yep. Very good. Anywho. I hope you enjoyed me rambling and such. Kind of went a bit off topic with like all the things, but I mean, not really off topic considering we're talking about the model that I'm modeling. But off topic in the sense that like, it's fine. It's not that big of a deal. I had fun. That's the point. Yep. All right, bye, man. Yes, I did. Yep. You have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you in 2 hours ish. Yeah.